Let's hope I can get this filmed before my phone dies. Hey y'all, my name is Nat. I hope you're having a terrific day today. And for this video, we're going to be doing the how do you book tag to... That's not right. Alright, before we get into anything bookish, make sure to hit like and subscribe down below, as well as tell me in the comments where is your favorite place to watch Booktube videos. As I butchered in the intro, this is the how do you Booktube tag, and I was tagged to do this by the wonderful Rosie at 𝗖cie his𝘁𝗰𝘁. I'll put a link to her in the cards over here. Definitely go check her out. But I think the original creator of this tag was Margaret and Bethan, and I will put a link to their video in the description down below. Jumping right in. What made you start a Booktube channel? Quarantine? No, well that does partially factor into it, but also I started my channel right after I graduated college and I didn't have a job lined up yet, unfortunately. I also had lost my creative outlet at the time, which was writing articles for a club I was a part of. So I was really just needing some kind of a outlet, something to fill the time and to give me a bit of purpose. So I decided to start a Booktube channel because I had become obsessed with Booktube in like the last 2 years. On top of that, I thought this would be a great way to really hold myself accountable to stay on top of my reading. I recently got really back into reading while I was in college, and I didn't want that to fall by the wayside again like it did in the past. Lo and behold, this has ensured I continue reading every single month, and I'm so happy about that. Next question. How do you decide to subscribe? How many channels are you subscribed to? First off, I have no idea how many channels I am subscribed to. Probably a lot, I imagine. Not nearly as many as I thought. Only 150. Shockingly. I can't believe I said only 150. I used to maybe be subscribed 10 people tops on YouTube. As for how do I decide to subscribe, that's kind of a complicated process. Usually I will come across some new booktuber, whether I find them through a comment they left on somebody else's video, a suggestion, someone else mentioning them in a video, Booktube newbie tag, anything along those lines. First off, I start by watching 1 to maybe 3 of their videos. If I feel we have a similar enough personality or could really build a repertoire, I may subscribe to them. Or if we read very similar stuff, I may subscribe to them. Not to say everyone I subscribe to, we read the same things. I definitely have some people I follow that I usually only read nonfiction, same as them, or say we might happen to read the same thrillers, but that's about it. All the other stuff they may talk about, I don't really connect with or isn't just in my comfort zone. So I might not really pay as much attention to those suggestions, but I'll still gladly eat up their content, specifically if I really like their personality, which as an extrovert, it's pretty hard for me not to like people's personalities. I just naturally am like, hey, you're cool. Let's talk. Next question. Do you unsubscribe from inactive channels? If so, how do you decide to unsubscribe? Yes, I do. Usually I don't unsubscribe until it's been 3 months plus since they've put out a video. But I might go through my subscribes every once in a while just to check. I don't do that very regularly, however. Even then though, there are some people that have not put out content for quite a while, but I don't want to unsubscribe to them because I really liked them. I really loved the videos they made, or we connected on a different social media and I am hoping they will eventually come back and continue making videos. So I don't want to unsubscribe in case they do. Next question. When and where do you watch Booktube? When do I watch Booktube? Oh, okay. Probably primary time is in the morning when I am getting ready. Occasionally I will watch it in the middle of the day if I'm doing some kind of a mindless task and I can, or when I'm going to bed at night. I'll usually knock out a few videos then. I watch it in a lot of different places, in all honesty. That could be in my bed, that could be at my desk, that could be in front of my vanity, anywhere, everywhere. Thank God for technology because I can do it whenever I want. Next question. How do you respond to comments? Do you always respond right away or on a set schedule? Do you comment on every video you watch? So for comments on my videos, I tend not to comment in response right away just because I don't always have the time to do that. Normally, I usually set aside 30 minutes to an hour a few days after a new video has come out to do so, just to ensure there's a fair amount I can respond to and I can knock them all out at once. As for always responding, no, not necessarily, just because sometimes I don't really feel like there's anything for me to add on top of what they said. maybe apart from, say, like a thank you or a nice little heart emoji that I like to leave sometimes. Normally, if it's something I think I can go off of, I will tend to usually respond to it. I'm a talker, what can I say? As for, do I comment on every video I watch? No, and that is actually a relatively recent thing. I used to very much comment on every single video I watched. I wanted to showcase to the people I follow that, hey, I'm here supporting you. I love that you're putting out content. Please continue to make more. And I think one of the easiest ways to see that is through people commenting on your stuff. So I used to do it constantly. Then I realized I was so concerned about doing it that when I watch a video, I would sit there looking for things to comment on, and I was starting to lose interest in actually just enjoying the video. So I don't do that anymore. I rather actually take in the content and appreciate it for what it is than be specifically looking for something that I can respond to in the comment section. I do still tend to comment a lot, talker, but not nearly as much as I once did. Next question. Do you keep up with content as it comes out, or do you watch up on older content? How do you filter through old content, if so? Well, I do try to keep up with the content that is coming out and stay up to date. Does not always happen. Oftentimes I do fall behind, but with that, I usually try and prioritize smaller creators first and watch the stuff that really appeals to me that I see in my subscription box. After I have done all that, I will then start to lean towards some of the bigger content creators, say like Haley and Bookland, Emma Books, Clockwork Reader. Those are some of the big three that I have been watching for quite some time now, but I don't mind falling behind on their stuff because I rather support the friends and smaller creators in the Booktube community that I have met. I want to encourage people to continue making content because I love watching it. Due to the fact that I often fall behind, my watch later lists can become incredibly large. I will then tend to get overwhelmed and eventually just delete everything and start anew, unfortunately. Sometimes I will manage back to those old videos that I did not see previously or just got pushed to the side. Like I said, it's usually just because I will look at my watch later and suddenly it is 50 plus, and all I can think is, I'm never getting through any of that, let alone watching the new stuff. So I freak out and clear out my entire watch later. I always feel very bad when that happens, but I know myself and I know I'll just sit there and stare at that unwatched number and see it grow and grow and grow and grow and grow, and my dread will just grow and grow and grow and grow and grow. Perfectionist, completionist, and I feel really bad if I can't show my support in some way to other creators. So I'm trying to get over that because I realize just because my one little watch doesn't appear, they're not gonna know and they're not gonna be mad at me for it, but I still feel bad. Why am I like this? Next question. Do you use your homepage feed to decide what to watch, or do you work down your list of channel subscriptions or some other method? Homepage feed is like the recommendation page on YouTube. I don't really ever look at that, honestly. In my subscription box, let's say in this hypothetical scenario that I am all caught up for once, I will wait until new content starts dropping, and whenever I see it, I will start to add it to my watch later list until I have time to actually sit down and watch all those videos. Then within my watch later, I try to prioritize it by date published. I want to watch the oldest stuff first to ensure I'm staying relatively up to date, because if I start with the new things, Lord knows I will never get down to the old. I'm pretty simple in my watching methods. I just oldest first, down the line, until it's all cleaned, which it's never cleaned. Final statement? Tag some folks. So I'm gonna tag people I'm nosy about and I want to know what is their system in Booktube. Noelle 7 Pages, Jess at Books Past Bedtime, and Annie McNulty. I will put links to all of those wonderful ladies in the description down below. Definitely go check them out. All right, guys, so that is it. Thank you so much for coming to my channel today. I really appreciate it. I come out with videos on Monday and Friday, but until then, I hope you continue to have a terrific day. Love you, bye!